Happy Fasnacht Day!
Aww. Thank you. Ooh, it smells good. Oh, wow.
Hi, I'm Brad. I'm an airline pilot from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I live here with my father Tim, my mother Betty, and my wonderful girlfriend Jess. Yeah, we can't forget Gino. And this is the story of my day. Well, good morning. It's the 28th of February 2017, last day of February here. March 1st is tomorrow. And you know what that means. You know what tomorrow is. The NHL trade deadline day. It's Ash Wednesday tomorrow. So that makes today Fat Tuesday before Lent starts. And one of the things, it's a tradition more on the eastern end of the state than the western end of the state, Pennsylvania Dutch, is Fasnachts. It's the fasting night. And it's a treat, and to use up the fat and the lard before Lent begins. They're basically donuts. And Jess really likes Fasnachts. But you can't get Fasnachts out here. I've looked. I've tried. You can't. So I thought, why not make our own? We've got an air fryer. We've got oil. We can see what we can do. So today, we're gonna make Fasnachts. Happy Fasnacht Day. Potato is all we need. We don't have it.
All right.
So we figured while we're at it,
Get some coffee.
might as well
Wow,
get coffee,
daffodils
too.
ready to bloom.
Wow.
Look at that.
I know. For Lent, I'm giving up Starbucks coffee.
For Lent, I'm giving up saying bad things about Starbucks coffee. How about that?
I'm just kidding. You know that couldn't ever. Yeah, that's not happening.
That's probably a better idea. Just give up saying bad things about your coffee.
Their coffee is so hot. Potato.
It's almost a pound.
It is almost a
So you don't
pound.
have
So half the potato. Use half the potato.
Now, do you think if you cook it, then weigh it? Maybe we should cook the whole thing.
Maybe. I don't know. You peel it, you cube it, you boil it,
Just
you
like
mash it,
potatoes.
but then you don't add anything else to it. And then you take
Right.
that mash and you mix it in.
Okay, so get 8 ounces.
So this recipe Fasnachts is like a potato dough donut recipe. And the first step we have to do is make some mashed potatoes. So, we're gonna clean our potato. It's always important to clean your potatoes. So let's go clean the potato. So we're gonna go ahead and clean our potato. Oh, rub-a-dub-dub in the tub.
She was bred in old Kentucky, but she's only a crumb up here. She's fat, neat, and double-jointed with a cauliflower ear.
Now we peel. One peeled potato. Now we just we're gonna deal with this. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the next step, which is cutting our potato. The recipe calls for 1 pound, which is one large potato as we have here. However, that makes 3 dozen Fasnachts, which would be nice, but we don't need 3 dozen Fasnachts. We need like 1.5 dozen Fasnachts. So, half a potato. We're gonna weigh it. I always recommend using your handy dandy kitchen scale to get the true weights. Key here as well is to try and get as many equal pieces as possible, because that ensures that they're gonna cook in the same amount of time. So I've tried my best to keep them all the same uniform size and shape. So they'll be done when they say they'll be done. Saucepan. Now this saucepan we're gonna move our potatoes into. And the recipe calls for covering it with at least 2 inches of cold water. So, sink, let's go. Cold water. Back to the stove. Alright. So we're gonna fire this up over some medium-high to high heat. And we're gonna bring it to a boil. Let that come to a boil. And then mash. So this is going to take about 15 minutes.
No, it was higher. You did the right thing. Let's move the chair over here. Stay where you are, don't move.
So, we'll watch some Price is Right.
Attention homeowners. Quicken Loans has some very important information regarding the U.S.
So our potatoes have been cooked. We're going to take them out of the water, transfer them to the bowl, but we want to save this water here for a little while in this recipe. It's going to call for some of it later. So we're going to reserve the potato water. Alright, so the next step, we've got our reserved cooking water from the potatoes. You can see it's kind of cloudy. We've got our mashed potatoes. We're going to add this, some sugar, and some yeast. All together, mix it up, let it sit for about 20 minutes. Right, here we go. Mashed up, added everything in. It's nice and foamy, which is what it says. Next step on the recipe here is we have to put this through a sieve. So I'm gonna need some help with a sieve, so I'm gonna go ahead and call on my friend here, Steve Mason, to come in. It's a well-known sieve.
You can't describe that. It's just, it happens to every goalie at every level.
No, a real sieve. All right, here's our sieve. We're just gonna lay it on the bowl. Alright, so we're gonna add 1/3 cup of melted butter and 1 beaten egg. So magic of TV. And we have 1 beaten egg. Butter. Yep. Gonna slowly add this in. We're gonna go ahead and push this into a ball into the middle, cover it with a towel, and let it rise for 3 hours.
3 hours later.
Fasnachts. Happy Fasnacht Day!
Aww. Thank you. Ooh, it smells good. Oh, wow. so excited. You're done good.
So happy Fasnachts Day, leading us into Ash Wednesday and Lent. So we're gonna eat these today, so we're not gonna eat any of this kind of stuff through Lent. So, happy Fasnacht Day. And keep 'em flying. I don't know the German translation. Flugzeug flieg.
You have 4 years of German.